When people think about the most famous pickle recipe in the USA, one thing comes to mind almost instantly: the classic American dill pickle. Crispy, tangy, salty, slightly garlicky, and packed with flavor, dill pickles are one of the most loved foods in American kitchens. They're not just a side snack or burger topping. In the United States, pickles are a huge part of food culture. From family barbecues and backyard cookouts to fast food burgers and deli sandwiches, pickles are everywhere. Many Americans grow up eating them straight from the jar alongside sandwiches or even deep-fried at fairs and restaurants. Pickles in the USA are famous because they are simple, refreshing, and full of bold taste. The most popular version is made with fresh cucumbers, vinegar, water, salt, garlic, dill, and spices. This recipe has been passed down for generations and is still one of the easiest and most satisfying homemade foods you can prepare. What makes the American pickle so special is its crunch and strong flavor. Some people love them sour, some prefer them salty, and others like them a little sweet, but the dill pickle remains the true classic and the most iconic in America. In many parts of the USA, especially during summer, homemade pickles become a tradition. Families buy fresh cucumbers from local farms or grocery stores and make jars of pickles to keep in the fridge or pantry. Homemade pickles are not only delicious, but they also feel authentic and old-fashioned in the best way. The smell of fresh dill, sliced garlic, and vinegar mixing together creates that classic pickle aroma people instantly recognize. To make the most famous pickle recipe in the USA, the first thing you need is fresh pickling cucumbers. These are usually smaller, firmer, and crunchier than regular salad cucumbers. The fresher they are, the better your pickles will turn out. Good cucumbers are the secret to a crunchy and satisfying pickle. If the cucumbers are soft or old, the pickles may become soggy, and no one wants that. Here are the ingredients you need for a traditional American dill pickle recipe. Ingredients: 1 kilogram small pickling cucumbers, 4 cups water, 2 cups white vinegar, 2 tablespoons kosher salt or pickling salt, 6 cloves garlic, peeled 1 large bunch fresh dill or 2 tablespoons dill seeds, 1 teaspoon black peppercorns, 1 teaspoon mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon coriander seeds. Optional: 1/2 teaspoon red chili flakes, optional for a spicy touch, 1 teaspoon sugar. Optional. For balance, ice water for soaking cucumbers. Before starting the actual pickling process, it is a great idea to soak the cucumbers in ice water for 2 to 4 hours. This helps keep them extra crisp. In many American homemade pickle recipes, this little trick is considered very important. Crunch is everything when it comes to a perfect pickle. Once the cucumbers are soaked, wash them thoroughly and trim a tiny slice off the blossom end. This is another common trick used in the USA because it helps keep the pickles from becoming soft. You can leave the cucumbers whole if they are small, or you can slice them into spears, chips, or rounds depending on your preference. In the United States, pickle spears and pickle chips are especially popular because they are easy to use in sandwiches and burgers. Now take clean glass jars and place a few garlic cloves, fresh dill, black peppercorns, mustard seeds, and coriander seeds into the bottom of each jar. These ingredients create the famous bold American pickle flavor. Fresh dill is what gives dill pickles their signature taste, and garlic adds a deep savory kick that makes them even better. Next, pack the cucumbers tightly into the jars. Try not to crush them, but fit them in well so they stay submerged once the brine is added. Americans often love that homemade look where the jars are filled with green cucumber spears, fresh herbs, and floating spices. It looks rustic, fresh, and very appetizing. Now it is time to make the pickle brine, which is the heart of the recipe. In a saucepan, combine the water, white vinegar, salt, and sugar if you are using it. Bring the mixture to a gentle boil while stirring until the salt dissolves completely. This tangy liquid is what transforms plain cucumbers into the famous pickles loved across the USA. Once the brine is hot and ready, carefully pour into the jars over the cucumbers until they are fully covered. Make sure the cucumbers stay submerged in the liquid. Let the jars cool slightly, then close them with lids. If you are making refrigerator pickles, place them in the fridge once they cool down. If you want to preserve them for a longer time, you can use proper canning methods, but for most home cooks, refrigerator pickles are the easiest and safest option. The hardest part now is waiting. For the best flavor, let the pickles sit for at least 24 to 48 hours, though they taste even better after 3 to 5 days. As the cucumbers absorb the dill, garlic, vinegar, and spices, they become more flavorful and delicious. In many American homes, people can't wait that long and start eating them the next day. One reason this pickle recipe is so famous in the USA is because it is incredibly versatile. Pickles are not just eaten alone. They are served with burgers, hot dogs, fried chicken sandwiches, barbecue plates, deli subs, grilled cheese sandwiches, potato salad, and even charcuterie boards. Some Americans also enjoy pickle slices with chips and ranch dip, while others love them fried in crispy batter as a restaurant appetizer. There are also many regional and personal variations of this classic American pickle recipe. In the southern United States, some people like to add more garlic or spice for a stronger flavor. In New York-style deli pickles, the brine is often saltier and more fermented, giving the pickles a bold old-school taste. In other parts of the country, sweet pickles and bread and butter pickles are also popular, but dill pickles remain the most iconic and widely loved. If you want to make your pickles even more American style, you can try a few popular variations. For spicy dill pickles, add sliced jalapenos or extra red chili flakes. For extra garlic flavor, add more whole garlic cloves. For a slightly sweeter version, increase the sugar a little bit. For burger pickles, slice the cucumbers into thin rounds before pickling. For sandwich spears, cut them lengthwise into quarters. This is why people love homemade pickles so much. They can easily customize them to match their own taste. In the USA, pickles are also a big part of food business and snack culture. Grocery stores sell dozens of pickle brands and flavors. Some Americans even drink pickle juice after exercise or eat pickles as a low-calorie snack. Pickle-flavored chips, popcorn, sunflower seeds, and even pickle soda have become trendy over the years. That shows just how deeply pickles are loved in the country. One of the best things about this famous American pickle recipe is that it is budget-friendly. Cucumbers, vinegar, salt, garlic, and dill are simple ingredients, but together they create something incredibly flavorful. You do not need expensive items or advanced cooking skills. Even beginners can make these pickles at home successfully. If you are making this recipe for YouTube content, it is a great choice because it is visually attractive and easy to explain in a video. You can show the fresh cucumbers, colorful herbs, garlic cloves, bubbling brine, and the satisfying moment when the jars are filled. The transformation from fresh cucumber to crispy pickle is very satisfying to watch, and food lovers enjoy recipes that are easy to recreate at home. For an even better result, always use clean jars, fresh cucumbers, and good quality vinegar. Fresh dill makes a big difference in flavor, but dill seeds can also work if fresh dill is not available. If you want super crunchy pickles, do not skip the ice water soaking step. That small detail can make your homemade pickles taste more like the best American deli-style pickles. A lot of people ask why American pickles taste so addictive. The answer is simple. They hit many flavors at once. They are salty, sour, crisp, refreshing, and savory. That combination wakes up the taste buds and makes people want another bite. This is exactly why pickles have stayed famous in the USA for so many years. Some people even enjoy making pickles as a family activity. Parents and kids can wash the cucumbers, pack the jars, and choose their favorite spices together. It is a fun kitchen tradition that also teaches simple food preservation skills. Homemade pickles feel special because they are made with care and taste fresher than many store-bought versions. If you want to serve these pickles in the most American way possible, place them next to a cheeseburger, crispy fries, a hot dog, or a barbecue sandwich. You can also chop them and mix them into potato salad, egg salad, tuna salad, or burger sauce. Their sharp flavor adds life to many dishes and makes meals more exciting. By the time your pickles are ready, you will understand why this recipe is one of the most famous in the USA. It is easy, affordable, crunchy, and packed with classic flavor. Whether you are making them for family, friends, or a YouTube cooking channel, this pickle recipe has everything people love: tradition, simplicity, and that unforgettable tangy bite. In the end, the classic American dill pickle is much more than a jar of cucumbers and vinegar. It is a symbol of comfort food, summer cooking, family tradition, and bold flavor. That is exactly why it remains the most famous pickle recipe in the USA. Once you make it at home and taste that first crunchy bite, you will know why Americans never get tired of pickles.